It's like a weird Sesame Street episode. Like the theme is period and drugs. Okay. Drugs. I'm really bad at math and spelling. Two worst subjects for sure. Math and spelling. Thank you. Really struggled in school because of that. That's probably why I failed the DARE program. Actually, growing up, I had a DARE t-shirt, but it was faded because I didn't graduate, so I didn't get like a nice shirt. I had to get one from Goodwill. So growing up, I thought DARE just stood for drugs are really expensive. And in a single parent family, that was reason enough not to get involved. My mom's conversation about drugs was like, hey, you might have some friends in school who do drugs. You should stay friends with those people because they have money. And they grow up and become like politicians or law enforcement. So stick around. Very wise, I think, honestly. And then the other joke, period, right? I have a joke about. Anyway, I was trying to have sex with this girl, and she was a little hesitant because she was like, I don't really want to have sex because I'm on my period. But I pulled some strings, and sweet, thank you. It's a funny. If you guys will steal it, you know it's a funny joke. I feel compelled to say this, but like, I'm not gay.
Nice.
I'm from Miami. We all look like this. If you've been to Miami, most of the men look like they're dressed for like a bachelor party, makeshift job interview, just to walk on the beach, and nothing but cocaine and fruit snacks to get them through their day. So that's this guy. But my friends call me metrosexual, which I think is weird because I've never had sex on public transit. You know what I mean? Like, how do you have sex on a bus, right? It's like, are you getting off here? Because I just did. We should probably just both get off this bus right now. But I'm all for like gender neutral bathrooms because I think straight couples should be able to do what gay couples have been doing for years. You know what I'm saying? Saving money, right? It's like I was gonna pee and then I was gonna get an Uber, maybe hook up, but like we can do all that in one room? Sweet. All right, let's do it. These are funny jokes. I like you guys. But my friends actually, we got into an argument. My friends' biggest reasons why they think that I'm gay, not that there's anything wrong with it, is because I don't like football. And so the whole thing is like, are there football fans here? Round of applause. You're gonna hate the next few minutes. So they said that, you don't like football because you don't understand football. And so I wanted them to enjoy football as little as I did. So I learned a lot about football, and I want to share my knowledge with all of you today, okay? So here's what I know about football. A bunch of dudes get together, and they wear matching outfits. Super cute. But if they go somewhere where the people are wearing the same color scheme, they have to like change their outfits. It's like prom. Nobody wants to show up in the same dress, am I right? So embarrassing. Okay. There's like these different positions, like there's like penetrating deep into the tight end, right? That's not gay. That's not gay. Two guys tackling down a wide receiver. That sounds painful. I'm sure he wasn't wide when he first started. All right. There's posting up against the fullback. Okay. When these guys do well, they get to the end and they just dance. They just dance like silly little geese. But that got out of hand. A few years ago, they were charging these guys $10,000 a dance, which is cheap compared to the strip clubs in Miami. There's like $10,000 dance. Both of you should be naked, honestly. These guys wear pads. They wear pads for the same reason my little sister wears pads, to reduce bleeding. That's correct. Correct. It sounds like gay cosplay, because it's like, hey, I'm gonna dress up as a Viking, and I was hoping maybe you could dress up as like, I don't know, like a cowboy. And then we're just gonna get down real low. We're just gonna look at me. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? My coach told me about you. He gave me your number. Hi, hello. 87. I'm on it. Am I right? I'm good on this so far. This is correct, yes? Right. Or it's like the shittiest episode of Animal Planet, like the Falcons versus Eagles. That seems fair, two big birds, right? But Bears versus Dolphins, no wonder why they haven't fucking won a Super Bowl in forever. And maybe because I'm a Miami boy, I just feel bad for the Dolphins. When these guys do really well, the first thing they have to do after they win is they have to find their coach, who's usually wearing like a very thin white polo, and it's an impromptu wet t-shirt contest. Let's get some ice on those nipples, coach. Nice. They go back to the locker room, right? And they all get undressed together. Just how they started the day is how they're gonna end it. And they all just sip out of one bottle, because who has mono? Everybody, fuck it, right? The sports program is brought to you by Cox. I mean, obviously, right? Cox is penetrating in your home, okay? These guys get all their supplies from Dick's. They need Dick's because that's where their balls come from, right? They gotta go to Dick's. You guys are gonna steal all this shit. I know it's hysterical. Thank you. Yeah, I don't. Oh, and they wear makeup, but they can't seem to get it right. It's fucking eyeshadow, guys. Put it higher. Put it higher. What are you doing over here? They can't figure it out. Now look, I get it. Maybe that isn't heterosexual enough for you. Maybe everything I've said thus far doesn't appeal to you. Doesn't get your dick nice and hard. Anyway, if it doesn't, do you know that there's a version of this sport that you can enjoy from the comfort and privacy of your home? Right? You're just sitting there on the toilet with your pants down, wearing his shirt, right? It still smells like you. Right? Why do people show up to sports wearing jerseys? Like they're gonna run out of players like, you, big fat motherfucker right there. You're wearing this jersey, right? Come on down. Like they're gonna just recruit you from the stands. Anyway, so there's a version of this sport that you guys can enjoy. It's called fantasy. Fantasy football. Fuck, let's get my nipples hard. But if you want to play fantasy football, you have to know the men so much more intimately, right? Right? How tall is he? How much does he weigh? What's his favorite position? What schools did he go to? You guys are quiet because I'm like really hitting hard here, right? In your head, all the dudes are like, I'm not fucking gay, man. I'm not fucking gay. I'll beat this guy right now. Fantasy football.
It doesn't make me gay if I
Yeah, it's not gay unless you lock eyes, you know what I'm saying? And it's not gay unless you push back. Anyway, those are the rules I know about. That concludes the football episode of this show. So my mom actually was really worried because I grew up with two sisters, an older sister and a younger sister. And so she wanted like one man, but I do have the prettiest hair out of all my sisters. And I do take the longest to get ready. But my mom was really worried. It's a true story. When I was 12, my mom found my sister's Barbie dolls in my room. And she took those Barbie dolls away, and she bought me G.I. Joes. And it was so difficult to masturbate to G.I. Joes. Don't know if you know this. It's all dudes. Fully dressed. Right? They had the Cobra Commander, and in my head I'm like, okay, that's a mirror mask and a jacket. There's a chick in there. Let's figure this shit out. Also much smaller. G.I. Joes are much smaller. And the worst part was, I couldn't change their outfits. I couldn't comb their hair. Couldn't talk to them about my sisters. You know what I mean? They're men. What do they know? It's a good joke. Now we're on Barbies, you guys. The women all watched Barbies and the men all watched the Barbie movie because they didn't want to get broken up with, right? Of course. We had to spend our summer realizing how horrible we are because you have a penis. Anyway, do you know that because of how popular the Barbie movie is, they're rolling out all these new Barbie toys? Like they have like divorced Barbie. She comes with all of her accessories and all of Ken's accessories. She fucking earned it. For an extra $25, you get the lawyer, who's also Barbie. How the fuck did she represent herself? That is insane. They have recent breakup Barbie. She comes completely disassembled, and it takes about 5 or 6 months to put her back together. It takes 3 of her friends in the combo package. That's 120 right there. They have recent divorcee Barbie, different from divorced Barbie. There's 2 versions, one in her mid-30s and one in her mid-50s. Okay, the body looks the same, but the face, the mid-50s one costs more because she had more work done. You know what I'm saying? This is how it is. And then to top it all off, they have San Francisco Ken, which was super easy. He just comes with all of Barbie's accessories. So glitter backpack, pink roller skates, unicorn hat. It's good to go. It's super great. These are good jokes. I like you. Sorry, my camera's right. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that's right. You put that on. So my apologies. You're good. That's all right. Your hair is probably amazing. It's fine. So yes. So the relationship scene has been really difficult for me. Like, it's New Orleans, right? It's a haunted city. But now the whole ghosting thing is so bad that when people ask me, do you believe in ghosts? You know what I tell them? No, I'm sure she is busy with work. You know what I mean? Like, she's got an emotion needy dog. It's an ESA animal, but it cries when she leaves, so what the fuck's going on there? I don't know. Yeah, I want to come to a show called Ghost Hunters. Ghost Hunters. We don't look for supernatural beings. We just go to local bars trying to find out why Stacy hasn't called John back in 4 days. And we expose the ghost by opening the text messaging app to show that she read the message. Just say you're not interested. The whole thing feels like a seance. You guys have iPhones out here? So with the iPhone, you can see like the little 3 floating dots when people are like thinking about texting you. But when you're desperate and you're looking at that text screen, it feels like a seance. It's like, I was reaching out for you, and it just seemed like you wanted to talk to me. Hello? Hello? I feel something. I felt something up in our bread. Hello? Yeah, the whole thing's weird. So, my communication isn't that good. Like, recently I was telling my friends that I think my grandma watches me masturbate. But I realized afterward that was a horrible way of saying I believe in ghosts. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that we were so close, no matter where I go or what I do, I feel like she's with me. And I would just wish she took some 45-minute breaks every once in a while, you know? Go to the bingo parlor, get some balls around, fuck up with Gretel or whoever. It's insane. Relationships it's difficult, right? Like, I was on a date and like, I guess I'm not keeping up with the terms, but this girl was like, I don't understand why guys are so obsessed with body count. I didn't know what she was talking about. It's New Orleans, so I just assumed like, look, you're pretty, you're fun, you're ambitious. I don't care how many men you've killed. You know what I mean? Like, it's New Orleans. I'm sure it was in self-defense. Some give you the benefit of the doubt. No sense digging that up. Like, literally, don't dig shit up. Like, it's fine. Am I an alibi? That's fine. I was with you all night. Whatever you need me to tell you, it's fine. And just so you guys know, for the fellas in the room, I have found that if you're going to have this awkward conversation about previous lovers, try what I did. I said, look, baby, let's just both talk about how many men we've been with in the past, okay? Let's just do that. I'm going to go ahead and be very vulnerable and 0. I've been with 0 dudes. What about you? Oh, why are you leaving? You're leaving? Okay, all right. It's a fictional woman walking out of the room. Are you guys like internal laughers? Because this is fucking grade A material you guys are getting here tonight. I know I'm funny, I promise. Yeah, it's also weird because living in New Orleans, like I don't drink. But when I tell people I don't drink, they always assume that there's like a story. Mysteriously, the second I say I don't drink, a clipboard comes out of their ass, a couch magically appears, like let's lay down and talk about this. And it's just like, look, they always assume that like my mom or my dad had some horrible drinking problem. And what's weird, right, is like I also don't eat mayonnaise. I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise. But see that's because my dad beat the fuck out of me with a mayonnaise jar all throughout my childhood. And then threw the packets at me, which cut my eye a lot. It's a joke. You look, he hit my dad. That would involve him being in my life. And the last time I saw my dad, we were playing peekaboo. He's just a really fast runner. She was very worried. But going to a bar when you don't drink is like going to a playground and you don't have any kids, right? You're in a public place, you're allowed, but you're just sitting on a bench and someone sits next to you and it's like, kids are great, aren't they? Yeah, they sure are. They sure are. So majestic. Oh, cool. Which one's yours? None of them. I don't know any of these fucking kids. I just like seeing the wind go through their hair. Why are you leaving? Who are you calling? It's always so awkward, right? Just being able to like be out on the scene and just talking to women, it's been a huge challenge for me. Even if it gets to the point where like we're in bed, like we're in a relationship, right? It's what you say isn't necessarily what I hear. So like for instance, I'm laying in bed with my lady and she whispers to me, first of all, why are you whispering? This is a bedroom, not a library. Am I on camera? She whispers to me, she says, I want you to make me feel violated. Now, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about at this point, so I did what I thought any man would do, okay? I tied her hands to the headboard. I tied her feet to the footboard. I I put a gag in her mouth, right? Hot and kinky, and then I looked at her cell phone. And she was all like, but I felt successful because she seemed like she was very, very violated by the whole situation. It turns out that's not what she was into. She was into some like 50 Shades of Grey kind of shit. And I didn't know that from her because she couldn't talk to me at the time. But I found that out from her text messages with Greg. Is Greg here by any chance? Finally, before I leave, I'm on my way out, but a little public service announcement to all the ladies here. It'd be great if during sex you didn't do that thing where you're like, deeper, deeper. You know, it's a dig. It's not like the Star Wars franchise. You know what I mean? Like, we're not rolling out new episodes of dicks. Pretty much all we got. You're never going to see a tattoo halfway down our dick that says, to be continued. You're never going to say deeper, deeper, and the guy's like, oh, did you want some extra dick? Give me 1 second. We just pull this extra dick out of my nightstand. You know how this works, right? Leftover dick. It's good for you. I would just never have sex with a girl and in the middle of it be like, shallower, shallower. I want to hit a wall. Does this ever end? I would never do that. And just know that when you say deeper, what every man hears is, I've got enough for you. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. Give it up,